Hey guys, this is what it looks like when you order a package of bees. They come shipped through the United States Postal Service, and you have to open the top of them. Inside this package of bees there are about, what would you say, Neil?
I don't know.
10,000?
10,000 or so.
About 10,000-ish bees. They're pretty well packed, but you definitely don't want to get your fingers too close. And then inside that canister there is some bee food, and then probably just below that or just to the side of it there's going to be a queen. And as you can see, Neil is donning the full hood. We have learned from much experience that you should always at least wear the mask. And yeah, that's how it goes. Asher bee, get away from the hive. We're getting ready to put them in. Asher, what do you think about the bees coming today? Do you want to tell our friends?
Okay.
Here, just tell them, talk to them.
The bees, one of the other bees got frozen to the winter. But Dad was going to buy a new batch of bees and I was happy. I was sad when the bees got frozen, but Dad said he was going to buy a new pair of bees.
A new pair?
I'm so excited to put them in.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to help put the package in. We will stand back and we'll watch Daddy from about 10 feet away. That way, if any bees get confused, they don't sting us. They're going to
Sting their queen.
sting Daddy, not us.
Sting their queen.
I don't think they'll sting the queen.
Why?
Well, because they want to take care of the queen. The queen is the matriarch of their colony. And if you guys don't know this actually, so this queen probably is not a mated queen. So what that means is that she will take a mating flight one time in her life, and it'll be relatively soon. And she will mate with a drone, carry all of her eggs for her entire life, and she chooses, according to the cell size on the honeycomb, whether she's going to lay a worker bee, which is always female, or a drone, which is a male bee. And so the colony actually dictates that to her.
And also, they will gather things to make honey.
Yeah, and that's right. We like honey.
Good. I saw that the queen rested and they give food while the queen eats. And then they get ready.
Asher, back up, please. Now that's going to be the queen pod. See, the queen is in there being lightly attended by her
Can I see the queen?
colony. The queen is, okay, buddy, back up. The queen is quite a bit larger than
Wait, so
the
you mean the queen?
worker bees. And actually, so right now she's going to be pretty small. Neil's checking to make sure she's alive. But right now she's going to be pretty small, and she will have wings. And she will take one flight, essentially, in her life. And then after that, she's going to grow so large with her eggs that she's actually not able to fly. If they choose to abscond, if the hive decides to leave or split, they will essentially carry her with them because she's going to be so big and so fat that she can't really fly on her own. She also does not sting. So the queen is the least of your worries when it comes to taking care of your colony. The only thing you do have to worry about is when you come out to check on your bees, whether it be, weekly or, in our case, much less frequently. Neil is the main beekeeper, and he doesn't have a very hands-on approach to them. But when you come out to check on your bees and you deconstruct the hive to get in there to manage them, you have to check the frames before you set them on the ground, because if you drop the queen onto the ground, she won't have a way to get back home. So what he just did there was he placed the queen pack inside of the hive deeps. Those two packages are actually where the bees will live for the most part. That's their house. And it'll be filled with frames that contain their their larvae comb. So the baby bees live there. They will have just a little bit of honey in the lower deeps, but just not a whole lot. That's actually their living quarters, and they'll build the honey in their upper quarters, which is the frames, the smaller frames that we harvest.
And guess what? I put in a leaf there, so that way the bees can come pick it up at their doorstep.
Okay, that leaf is for the bees. It's like a welcoming gift.
Yeah.
It's like a welcome home gift.
Yeah, and
cool.
The bees will be welcomed at home.
That's right.
And the queen will be able to eat that and turn it into a baby egg.
So right now Neil is spraying the bees down with sugar water. This is kind of twofold. The sugar water is going to give them something to distract them. They have to clean themselves off, and they won't be able to fly with all the moisture on them. So the idea when you install a new package is to get the package of bees into the hive deep and close it up before many of your bees escape. If you twist it on tighter, it'll mist. So inside the bees, this would be the front of the hive here. What we have here is an entrance reducer, and if you notice there's notches cut out on different sizes, on different sides. He has it set to the smallest exit point, and that's just to reduce the amount of travel and the speed at which the bees can travel in and out of the hive.
I put that leaf
Bees do protect their hive, so they will station a couple worker bees right there at the entrance to make sure that no bad guys come in. Bad guys being ants, beetles, wasps specifically. Wasps are a big problem. And then it looks like now he's getting ready to turn it over so that there is almost zero exit for the bees, which is fine. After a couple days, they'll push that grass out. All right, Asherby, here we go. Back up. So now he's going to put the lid on, make sure it all fits, and he's just going to do a passive release. Oh, nope, he's going to do an active release. He's tapping all the bees, getting them really shaken up, and there'll probably be a couple flyers. Lifting off the canister. This is the really exciting part. Lifting up the canister. Now that is their food canister, so that has to go into the boxes.
Mommy,
What?
isn't that nice how I gave the bees a leaf to carry all the way to their queen?
That is so sweet. All right, he's deciding more sugar water is needed, which is fine. Asherby, stay back, baby, please. All right, so the bees are flying out. He lifted off the top. The bees will stay close to the hive, though, because their #1 goal right now is to get as close to the queen as possible. And the other really interesting thing, I'll just tell you here while you see him sealing it up, is that queen package that I showed you where the queen was enclosed, there is a sugar wafer between the queen and the other bees. You have to release the cork so that the sugar wafer can be eaten, and the bees will eat the sugar wafer over the course of the next 24 to 48 hours, release the queen from that package, and hopefully establish themselves in this brand new home. All right, welcome home, newbies. Bye, guys.